Back. The South African Communist Party, the SACP, has been holding its second plenary session this weekend. The party dealt with the political report, discussed the economic situation in the country and the state of the tripartite alliance. Our senior reporter, Silindelo Msikane, is on that story and joins us now for an update. And Silindelo, this report comes against the backdrop of many monumental developments that affect and speak directly to the politics of the SACP, but also amidst all of this instability and questions around the leadership in the tripartite alliance and President Cyril Ramaphosa. What has come out from this session, this plenary session of the SACP?
Well, Tulas, we've just concluded a media briefing from the Communist Party, which essentially was giving us the outlines in terms of what they concluded during their 15th National Congress Central Committee meeting. We know that this is the final one for the year, and it's basically to outline the plans for the Communist Party to be able to implement some of their resolutions starting from the year 2023. So some of the issues that came out, of course, of this particular committee meeting was, of course, the issue around the parole of Chris Hani's killer. Also, the issue of the Phala Phala report. Of course, we know that the Section 89 committee just recently released it, and, of course, a lot of uncertainty around the leadership of the country. But in terms of that particular report, the SACP coming out to say that they believe that the report itself is, in fact, what they described to be legally inconclusive, saying that the president actually has every right to take this particular report on review. They're also flagging the issue around the fact that it seems this issue is now being used and being weaponized to further divide the ANC and cause divisions, essentially. Let's take a listen.
The SACP notes the Section 89 report submitted to the Speaker of the National Assembly by the panel in relation to the reported Phala Phala farm heist. The SACP would like to stress the following. The findings and recommendations of the panel remain legally inconclusive. Using words like may shows the degree of uncertainty of the findings. As such, the report may be subjected to judicial review by the President. The Alliance needs to provide collective leadership in handling the Section 89 report, the related processes and the entire situation without taking away the right of the President to review the report. The SACP respects the right of the President to take the report on review, and this will contribute towards clearing what seems to be glaring flaws in it. The call for the President to resign is premature. It is also unfortunate that this matter is now being weaponized for factional maneuvers within our movement as we approach the 55th National Conference this December. This is a matter that affects the Alliance and, more importantly, the people of our country.
And Slee, of course, the other seismic development of the last few days, as far as the SACP is concerned, has been the decision that Janusz Waluś must be released on parole, something that the SACP has been pushing back against quite vehemently. What are they saying about their continued opposition to the release of Janusz Waluś on parole?
Tulas, they're not backing down. They're saying that they're going to intensify their opposition in terms of the release of Chris Hani's killer, saying that they filed papers with the Constitutional Court to, I just want to get the wording right, they filed papers to rescind the parole order. In addition, they've also filed papers with the African Commission in the pursuit of justice, and they are looking for a full inquest into the assassination of Chris Hani. They're saying that, in fact, the Constitutional Court seems to have not considered the impact this would have on Chris Hani's family, on the Communist Party, and the fact that Chris Hani's killer to this day has not come out honestly to tell us exactly who sent him and exactly the reasons behind the assassination and who was behind the assassination, saying that the Constitutional Court seemingly just did not consider the impact that this would have on the loved ones of Chris Hani. Let's take a listen.
The Central Committee received a report on the work of the SACP in its displeasure to the parole for Janus Walus. Following the Constitutional Court judgment handed down on 21 November 2022, the SACP and its alliance partners started mass protest as part of our response. This is the beginning of the 135-day program of action towards the 30th anniversary of the commemoration of Chris Hani's assassination. Together with the Hani family, the SACP filed papers at the Constitutional Court to rescind the parole order. In addition, we filed papers with the African Commission on People and Human Rights in pursuit of justice.
All right, Silindelo, let's leave it there for now. That's eNCA senior reporter Silindelo Msikane out there reporting on the meeting of the SACP, considering a number of issues that are in the political environment at the moment.